Hey everybody, we're going to have a little springtime car chat today. And this week's theme is all about spring and the things that happen in March, the start of spring, International Women's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and March Madness. Everybody has their basketball tournament starting next weekend, and then we go straight into the madness of the tournament. Can't wait to see where Arkansas lands. I don't think my Memphis team is going to make it into the tournament this year. It's been a little bit of a rough year. Hope your team is doing well. This week for Franklin's springtime talk, he gives us a list of our spring maintenance, a lot of the things to do with rain and the water coming in. Hopefully it looks like we may get a lot of rain next week. So make sure you get in there and watch that checklist so you can maybe do those things tomorrow before we get cold weather again. I know, Kansas City, we can't decide what we're having, summer or spring or fall or winter, who knows? But happy almost spring. I know we are literally in false spring right now, but it's getting closer. We're getting there. And hopefully everybody will come out and have a networking one-on-one with me or come to one of our networking events. If you have questions about insurance, please give us a call. You can call me or you can call the office. As always, all of our information is listed in the newsletter. If you're watching this on socials and you don't get the newsletter, you can hit the link and go directly to it and subscribe. Have a great weekend. Come smash with us and see you soon.
Hi, Franklin Tire here, local American family insurance agent here in Kansas last 40 years. Today's vlog, the talk is, what am I doing now that winter is starting to come to a close and we're getting to spring? So there's a couple things, you guys have probably heard me talk about a few of these before. There's a couple things that you ought to do around your home to make sure you're ready for the spring. Because usually with spring we get rain, weather changes, those type of things. So what you want to do is make sure you do a couple things. The first thing is, go outside, walk around your house, make sure that your gutter extenders are on. Take a look at your guttering system. Make sure that the downspouts haven't come off or anything during the winter. You just didn't notice it. You know, sometimes snow sits on, presses them down, they'll come loose to the top. So you want to check all those things to make sure, because we want to keep that water, if it comes, away from the house and the foundation. That's the easiest way to keep your basement dry. The other thing that you want to do while you're out there walking around checking your house is make sure that the gutters aren't full of leaves. Make sure that everything's clean. Make sure you don't have a bunch of sticks and those type of things stuck up on the roof, you know, things that might damage the shingles if they slide around, those type of things. You know, because over the winter, you know, when there's snow and those type of things, those types of things happen to the roof. After you get that done, then you want to go into the inside of your house. And the things you want to do on the inside, one of the most important ones, if you have a sub pump, go down to your sub pump, and the first thing I want you to do is I want you to grab the discharge pipe, and I want you to give it a good shake. For two reasons. One is it'll help break that rust loose that's accumulated on that thing because it's been dry in that sub pump hole because we haven't had any water for a while and those type of things. And it'll break that loose, make sure the float will work. But secondly, by giving that a good shake, you'll be able to make sure the discharge pipe is actually attached still to the sub pump itself. And that way you'll know that the water's going out like it's supposed to. And then if you really want to get and make sure your sub pump's working, you can always take a 5-gallon bucket full of water and dump that in your sub pump hole, which should kick on your sub pump. If you don't want to go through all that trouble and you can see your sub pump itself, just take a minute to lift up the float, which should kick it on for a second, then let go of it. That way you know it's working. These are some great tips. You know, give them all a try. And as always, if we can help you with anything, please reach out to us.